It's just really cool. So anyway, let's get on into it. So this is basically alien abduction stories. So it's just like about a few different ones and then like a main one. So anyway, let's get on into it, and I hope you guys enjoy as always. So the first alien abduction case to really grab the public's attention was that of Betty and Barney Hill. On the night of September the 19th, 1961, the Hills were driving back from a short holiday in Canada to their home in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, when at around 10:30 p.m. Betty spotted a bright light near the moon. When it appeared to get bigger and brighter, they stopped the car and observed the light through the binoculars. Betty thought she saw a huge, oddly shaped craft that might be a UFO. Barney initially thought that it was an aircraft. However, he quickly changed his mind. A little further into their journey, they stopped again, and Barney got out of the car to observe the craft through the binoculars. He walked toward the craft until he was only 50 feet from it, as it hovered at about tree height. He later reported that he saw a huge pancake-shaped craft with a row of windows behind, which were at least a dozen occupants in dark Nazi-like uniforms. Barney panicked, got back into the car and drove home. Also, I am wearing my dressing gown, don't judge. Last week in the UK it was really warm, and this week it's gone back to the rainy, cold south, but I don't know whether it's just me that's feeling cold or it is actually cold, because I could just have low iron again or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not freezing, so I was like, I'm gonna have to just put my dressing gown on. And also I apologise, the mic is looking a bit all over the place because the stickers keep falling off, and because I'm holding it a lot, it doesn't help. But it is what it is. They also heard 2 sets of beeping sounds that appeared to cause their car to vibrate as they drove home, eventually arriving home in daylight at 5:15 a.m. The last 200 miles of their journey had taken 7 hours, much longer than it should have done. They did recall leaving the highway onto a dirt road and coming across a roadblock of some kind, as well as seeing some sort of glowing orbs. When he arrived at home, Barney noticed that his shoes had scuff marks on them, and the leather strap on his binoculars was torn. individuals were separated and each were medically examined. This involved the collection of skin, nail and hair samples. And in Betty's case, the insertion of a long needle into her navel, causing excruciating pain. Also, Betty was shown a star map allegedly showing the major trade routes used by the aliens. A few months later, Barney was referred for psychiatric treatment. He was suffering from stress and exhaustion and developed a ring of warts around his groin. After 1 year of treatment, he requested to undergo hypnotic regression in the hope that this would reveal what had happened on that fateful journey from Canada to New Hampshire. He had his first hypnotic regression session with Dr. Benjamin Simon in December 1963, and not long after that, Dr. Simon also hypnotically regressed Betty. The memories, quote-unquote, recovered during hypnotic regression were very similar to the narrative revealed in Betty's dreams. One additional detail was that Barney recalled a copper-like device being placed over his genitals, which he believed had been used to extract sperm. Also, as a result of post-hypnotic suggestion by Dr. Simon, Betty was able to draw a copy of the star map that she had been shown. School teacher and amateur astronomer Marjorie Fish subsequently analysed the map and claimed that it could only match stars seen from the vantage point of the Zeta Reticuli system, suggesting that this was where the aliens scored home. They felt dirty. Their watches stopped working. Through binoculars, Betty saw that the white light was really an object spinning in the air. Barney, she told her husband, if you think that's a satellite or a star, you're being completely ridiculous. So that was the first ever known sighting recorded. So the next one is on a wind-swept and wet West Yorkshire evening in December 1980. Godfrey was in pursuit of a herd of escaped cows in Todmorden's housing estate. Instead of cows, he stumbled across a giant levitating diamond that would change the course of his life. Godfrey's close encounter with this UFO went viral worldwide and transformed Todmorden into Britain's Roswell. Godfrey, a no-nonsense Yorkshireman. By the way, if you hear it's not me farting, it's my chair. Just putting it out there. No-nonsense Yorkshireman, born and raised in Oldham, is long retired from the force but still records the events of that night when he came face to face with the peculiar object, a diamond-shaped aircraft hovering 5 feet off the ground while spinning on its axis. He just had time to sketch the UFO on his notepad before he was blinded. In his next moment of conscious awareness, he was sitting in his patrol car. The UFO was gone. I got out of the car, looked at the road surface, and it was like a whirlpool, he says. Godfrey was ridiculed for years. Many who claim to have had encounters with UFOs are reluctant to go on the record for fear of the same treatment. Okay, then sightings from that night. The next one is the USS Nimitz encounter 2004. On November the 14th, 2004, the USS Princeton, part of the USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group, noted an unknown craft on radar 100 miles off the coast of San Diego. For 2 weeks, the crew had been tracking objects that appeared at 80,000 feet and then plummeted to hover right above the Pacific Ocean, when 2 FA-18F fighter jets from the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz arrived in the area. They first saw what appeared to be churning water with a shadow of an oval shape underneath the surface. Then, in a few moments, a white tic-tac shaped object appeared above the water. It had no visible markings to indicate an engine, wings or windows, and infrared monitors didn't reveal any exhaust. Black Aces Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Jim Slade of Strike Fighter Squadron 41 attempted to intercept the craft, but it accelerated away, reappearing on radar 60 miles away. It moved 3 times the speed of sound, and more than twice the speed of sound, and more than twice the speed of the fighter jets. The next one is O'Hare International Airport, Saucer 2006. Flight 446 was getting ready to fly to North Carolina from Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Was a United Airlines employee. On the tarmac, noticed a dark grey metallic craft hovering gate C-17. That day, November the 7th, 2006, total of 12 United employees and a few witnesses outside the airport spotted the saucer-shaped craft around 4:15 p.m. The witnesses say it hovered for about 5 minutes before shooting upward, where it broke a hole in the clouds, enough that pilots and mechanics could see the blue sky. The news report became the most read story on the Chicago Tribune's website to that date and made international news. However, because UFO was not seen on radar, the FAA called it a quote-unquote weather phenomenon and decided to investigate. And then the last one we have is the Stephenville sightings, 2008. The small town of Stephenville, Texas, 100 miles southwest of Dallas, is mostly known for its dairy farms. But on the evening of January the 8th, 2008, dozens of its residents viewed something unique in the sky. Citizens reported seeing white lights above Highway 67, first in a single horizontal arc and then in vertical parallel lines. Local pilot Steve Allen estimated that the strobe lights spanned about 3,000 miles per hour. No sound was reported. Witnesses believed the event was reminiscent of the Phoenix Light sightings of 1997, while the US Air Force revealed weeks later that F-16s were flying in the Brownwood military operating areas just southwest of Stephenville. Many townspeople didn't buy that explanation, believing that what they saw was too technologically advanced for current human abilities. Sorry, the last one, there was video 2015. When news leaked in 2017 about the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, a video emerged that revealed an encounter between an FA-18 Super Hornet and an unidentified aerial phenomena seen along the east coast on a Raytheon infrared pod. The craft was similar to that spotted off San Diego in 2004. A fast-moving white oval about 45 feet long, without wings or exhaust plume. The pilots tracked the object at 25,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean as it flew away and simultaneously rotated